Let's get the program started, shall we? All right, so life puts light posts on your journey. And today, one of those important ones is in the room. Joey, can you hit that slide? Great. Veronica Figueroa was one of the 2 calls that I made on that fateful day. And Veronica, thank you for reminding me that day that I had the courage to move forward. Where are you? There you are. There you are. I need to look at you when I say this. Thank you for the introduction to so many amazing people. And, many of them have become friends and business partners. You really inspired the new quest that we are on, and for that, I owe you so much. There's a quote by Marianne Williamson, and it says, "As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others." And Veronica has truly been that for me. With that, I'd just like to introduce her onto the stage. She's going to speak on helping you find your light.
Good morning. First of all, can we please give a big round of applause to Caroline? This is so special and so deep. I think there's a clicker. I wasn't going to do a presentation, but then I was, and then I wasn't. But I just felt like I just wanted to be in flow. I wanted to do what felt real, what felt authentic. And I just did this presentation just 5 days ago. And maybe 2 people were in that room, but I just really felt like I needed to come from a place of authenticity where I'm at. And I think what Caroline is doing, this quest for better, right? I think every single one of us, every single one of us, I'm gonna get emotional, are in the real estate industry, right? Raise your hand if you're in the real estate industry. That's probably why you're here. We're in the right room. But every single one of us, we're people first, right? And we have lives. We're mothers, fathers, wives, husbands, friends, daughters, sons. And I really think that we have this mixed up. We think we're real estate agents, but we're people. We're in the human relationship business. And I have to quote our coach that Caroline just mentioned. And, I think we're all on this journey. And I'm very grateful. And I'm going to share this because I think people come into your life when you need them. And I think they show up when I believe in the universe. The universe just feels that they can help impact your life. And then you continue to grow and things, you become a different person and you look back and you're like, wow. And that's where I'm at today. And Caroline, I just want to acknowledge you because I feel like this conference is giving me permission to also acknowledge where I'm at. The last 5 years have been amazing for me. I went on a journey of personal development and I'm still on this quest. And I think what I have recognized in this last week is truly what that says, the power of deep connections. And most importantly, connecting with ourselves. And when we get super crystal clear as to who we are, we become unstoppable. We happen to be real estate agents, but we become unstoppable in our lives. And because we become crystal clear in our own personal journey, our business just gets easier. So as I go through this, I'm going to share some vulnerable moments too, but also some really, really exciting focus moments of strength that I know is just going to continue to give us the certainty that we need to get through our business. Real estate's a little scary right now, right? Anybody feeling uncertainty? Anybody just feeling like, what's next? I've worked so hard and all of a sudden the market just got pulled from under me. I don't know about you guys, but my state's underwater right now. My people are suffering. I haven't been in Florida for over 8-9 days and I feel like crap. I haven't been there, but we got each other. And the deep connection that we have, we're going to get through this. So whether it's interest rates going up or your brokerage telling you that you're no longer a good fit, or realizing that the community that once was your community is no longer your community, it's no different than this uncertainty we're feeling that many are feeling, or their roofs being blown off. I texted one of my friends today that happens to not be at our brokerage anymore, just checking in on you. How you guys doing? What do you guys need? There's people without water. There's people without food. There's people without electricity. And they're just grateful to be alive. And I wanted to mention that is because I don't care what brokerage you're at. I want to connect deep with people first. And where we choose to do business, it doesn't matter. And one day, maybe, if something changes in your life, you'll realize that people are there for you first. Then you can choose to do business with them. So let me get into this. The power of deep connection and why I'm so passionate about it. Caroline was my friend first. I got to meet her in the business. Kathy was my friend first. Jennifer is my friend first. Everyone that I have the privilege of being in business with, I honestly will say they've all been my friend first before I had the opportunity to be in business with them, because of the power of deep connection. I get a lot of messages on social media. I get a lot of messages, people will call me and they say, I've been watching you, Veronica. And I'll start off with this story. This is how it all started, that journey that Caroline just said. And I'm going to mention some things. That was 2020. I climbed that same mountain that she talked about. I didn't make it to the top. I was probably about 80 pounds heavier. I was depressed. I was going through my own journey of personal development, really just trying to find myself because success was really hitting me really fast. I left my previous brokerage as well, and I found a new community, and they welcomed me with open arms. Imagine the depression you feel when you have success and you should be happy, but the reason I felt depressed was because I had never really had a community that welcomed me, and I lived in this fear that it would be ripped away from me. I didn't know how to embrace this supposed true, genuine community of love. Have you ever self-sabotaged? Have you ever felt like this isn't real, so I need to mess it up? I need to find something wrong, because I've been wired to live in pain my entire life. That's what I felt. So as I embarked on this journey, and I was still on this healing journey, and I decided to start really working on myself, and I'm an avoider of love because I never had it. I operated in pain. So if things got really good, I was really good at messing it up. And I want you to hear that, because it was this new world that I was being introduced to that I personally was self-sabotaging with alcohol, with drama, with just chaos, because that was my comfort zone. So this represents this journey for me of pushing myself out of my comfort zone, wanting to find answers. And there is something special when you go on a hike, or you connect with nature, or you push yourself out. And, I also had never been athletic because I was wired to believe that I was fat, and I couldn't work on my health. I didn't care about that. I was seeking to push myself out of my comfort zone for the first time, because I knew that inside there was a stronger version of me. I just didn't know why. So the second year I'm about 65 pounds lighter. And I said, I'm just going to go as far as I can go. People were like, you're going to the top. I said, no, I'm just going to go as far as I can go. And I suffer from a lot of the same syndromes that most real estate agents suffer from. I suffer from FOMO. How many of you guys know what FOMO is? Yeah. Fear of missing out. That was me. Okay. And I'm working on that. The doctors don't give you any medicine for that. You got to figure that shit out on your own. So I suffered from it. But that year I said, I'm just going to go as far as I can go. But now there was something different. I had been really working on personal development, and my mind was just focused. I had stopped drinking. I think by then, I had already stopped drinking. I had made a commitment to work on therapy, on my mindset. I was just going. My body, though, was still adjusting to where my mind was. And that hike when I said, I'm just going to go as far as I can go, my mind was somewhere else. It was just at the peak. But I was like, but my body, I got sciatica, I'm still a little out of shape. I was telling myself that I couldn't, at the same time that I was saying, I'll just go one step further, one step further. Well, I summited. And that's the year I summited, and you summited, and a lot of my other friends summited. And I couldn't believe I did it. When I got there, I was like, my mind was there, but I was like, how did this get there? Because every bone in my body was in pain. But I got to the top, but the real journey started coming back down. That's where it got really hard. And I suffer from, you get on this high, and then you go, what's next? Because you always want to continue to push yourself to the next level. What's next? We never stay in the moment of just gratitude. Well, I didn't know how to embrace that. I always wanted more because there's this thing in our industry that we think we have to be these overachievers. And I am so clear that that is no longer my quest. Now, I can look back and say that. So I went to Tahoe this year, and I am so proud to say that I don't suffer from FOMO anymore. Instead of going on the mountain climb, I went to the spa. I was like, I got JOMO now, joy of missing out, okay? Because what I didn't tell you was last year when I summited, 6 hours later, I was in the ambulance, lifeless. My husband had to do CPR on me, or almost. And that guy there caught me in his arms and saved my life. This guy is 6 foot, 2? I don't know. To see a teddy bear like that crying, and my guardian angel, Kathy, who has been there for me in more ways than I can ever thank you, even 48 hours ago at 4 a.m. in the morning, giving me a pep talk as I made some business decisions and some emotional just support. I am on this quest to find really great people in my life. Not real estate agents, people, a support system. And this journey is all part of it. Now, last year, my team sold a little over 2,100 homes in Orlando, Florida. We became the #1 team at EXP. A little over $8 million in revenue. And again, going back to the story of I might know how to sabotage some things in my life, I couldn't believe, how did this happen? Why me? The pressure that comes with that type of success. Mind you, 16 and pregnant, divorced by 2 kids by 20, divorced by 24, bankrupt at 26. That was the story that was normal for me. But when I embarked on the journey of personal development, which is the only thing I was seeking, when you start fixing your personal life, it's amazing what will happen in your business. While I was away finding my soul on a beautiful island of Puerto Rico, where I decided to buy a house to see if I could really run my team from afar and build a business at scale and really find leaders that would trust me and that would follow my lead, my crazy vision of building a business that could scale, that could be different, that could be bold. That was just an idea. It was a concept. But as I was walking through my own personal journey of self-discovery and health and restored relationships and deeper connections, how did my business also transform? And we sold the most homes that any other team had ever sold in our brokerage. And I think we probably can go up against a lot of other brokerage and say, it's a tough number to beat. But it wasn't what I was pursuing. I was pursuing answers within. And I ask you today to just have an open heart and start seeking answers within, because the truth is inside of you. And when you fix your inside, everything else will start getting really crystal clear. I'm still on that journey. And every day I wake up just saying, I just want to be better than I was yesterday. And what does that look like? The power of prayer, the power of calling someone and forgiving them, or asking for forgiveness or checking in on them or saying, hey, I wasn't the best version of myself 5 years ago. I own the outcome of how that worked out. I'd love to talk about it and make things right. Maybe someone today, there's someone that you need to call to just give you the freedom to release, whether it's conflict, trauma, resentment. That is where I started to have growth. So with that being said, one of the relationships that was really important to me was the relationship with my son. So I share this is because this is when I sent my coach the first text message of wanting to hire him. It wasn't about me. It was about, hey, do you coach young men? Do you help young men? Because I was really wanting to find my son help, because for years I was a real estate agent that worked 24/7, missed every baseball game, missed every recital, missed important moments in my children's lives. My kids hated real estate. And I thought I was doing something for them because I was funding their lives. But all they wanted was a mother who was present. And that was not me, not because I was a bad person. I was just trying to put food on the table. And then I became really good at my craft. But what I neglected was the deep relationships where it mattered most. So my son, I reached out to this really strong, powerful man thinking that my son needed a male figure. Single mom here, guilt. Okay. And little did I know is that God would put this man in my life to saying, hey, I don't coach young men. I just coach high performance real estate teams. That I would then become the conduit, the vessel to eventually restore the relationship with my son, because I was on a quest to becoming a better mother. Just didn't know how to do it. So fast forward, I can say this. My son is my best friend, and he's on his own journey of overcoming addictions, personal development, his own weight loss journey. He's just an amazing human being. He's 27 going on 17. And I'm so proud of him because I get to have some years with him. But it's been a long journey and it's something I'm very proud of. But this one here is what I'm most proud of. Is my daughter. And my daughter works for me in my marketing team. And she's actually taking a real estate exam today. And she said to me, Mom, I want to get my real estate license. And I said, why do you want to do this? I need to really know why you want to do this, because you've always hated real estate. You know how much work goes into this. This is not easy. And I'm going to read to you. You may be able to see it, but this is important for me to say it. I said, can you tell me why you want to do this? I want your honest answer. I love this career, and it would be the most amazing feeling to see you crush it. But I want to know why you're doing this. Knowing what you know and that it's not easy. Why would you do this? And as I seek my quest for being a better person, I realize I just want to inspire people to find their best version. So here she says, to be honest with you, I've always said I didn't want to do it. And I'm going to paraphrase here because I saw the lifestyle and how much it took you away from us. And I only saw it through the eyes of being your daughter and not having time with you. That hurt me to the core. But I already knew that. But I wanted the opposite for so long. But to be honest with you, the last 9 months of working with you and seeing this team, seeing the culture and how much self-development is involved in the way you inspire people has really inspired me. I know you think we're not proud of you, but I have been able to see how much people look up to you and how successful you've become through it, and I want to follow your same path. She goes on to say that she'll never be me. I don't want her to be me. I want her to be the best version of her, just like I want you to be the best version of you. And I want you to look within and I want you to find what really moves you. And I'm here to tell you, it's not selling 2,100 homes. It's finding a good balance in your life. It's loving your people. It's having deep connection. It's getting real. It's getting honest. And when you can do that, you will be the best in your world. You will find your peace. You will find your quest. You will find your answers, because it's what I did. And it's people in this room who have helped me naturally become a better business person, because I became a better person. Because I was able to deepen relationships. Josue and Rebecca Soto, this wouldn't have happened if I didn't have your mentorship. These two people during the pandemic wrote a book called Married in Real Estate. They've been my best friends. They're my business partners. But on top of that, they helped save my marriage. Kathy and Steve helped save my marriage. Because sometimes there's people around like, hey, you're that rock star. You don't need that. You could do this on your own. But I need compassion and love as well, just like every single one of you. Who do you go home to, and how do you treat your partner at home? We treat our clients better than we treat our spouses sometimes. But when you surround yourself by amazing people who teach you the power of deep connection, not just in your business, but in relationships, everything can change. This is us renewing our vows 2 months ago. After a conference, by the way. We piggybacked off of Inman. But it's been people in this very room who have witnessed moments that really matter the most to me. There's not an award that I've ever had that can make up for these moments that I just shared with you. So today, as you go on your quest for becoming a better leader, becoming a better business owner, I ask you to go on a quest of strengthening relationships and becoming so deep that success is defined by what moves you and fulfills you, not what your brokerage says, not what your coach says, not what high achievers say, not what anybody said. What brings you peace? And I promise I'm gonna give you a little real estate tactics here. I promise that. But first, this is what matters most. This is the quest we are all on to become better. You become better internally, your business will move. I promise you that. Today, I can say alcohol no longer controls me. I've controlled my weight. I have a restored relationship with my children, with my husband. We're still working on a lot of things, but that's life. And I can say that. But I am on a mission to deepen relationships with the people that God has put in front of me. And I am so grateful for them. And many of you guys are in here. And I look forward to deepening relationships with even people I haven't met today and making a deep connection. But here's what I will say. How you show up in the world will change everything. I get messages every day on how we've inspired people. Thank you from afar. People having the courage to say, hey, I'm on my own journey of getting better as well. Thank you. So I'm also going to ask you to get out there and show the world who you are. Stop being someone that you think people want you to be and start being who you truly are. Show up in an authentic manner. Show the world what you stand for. Be okay with being different and go lead. Because today in this world that we're in and this market that we're in as real estate agents, people do not need more leads. They need leadership. They need leaders. And they're waiting for you to show up. And today, you being here on a Saturday shows that you're a leader. Shows that you are on a quest to become a better leader for your people. So I'm going to run through this real quick. My coach told me, I want you to do a presentation that was tactical. I was like, bro, I ain't ever going to be that person that goes line by line by line, tell you that boring stuff. But here's what tactical means to me. You got to develop trust in your community. You have to be accountable. You've got to be ready to build community, work as a team, show up like a true team leader for people in the good times and the bad times. Inspiration is at the core of everything that I do. If I can inspire people to become better, I'm finding my peace. I'm happy. That's how I measure my success now. Conversion. Listen, yeah, we got to get better at our craft, of course. But the more you do what you're supposed to do, the more people trust you, the better conversations you have, the better your business will be. I truly believe that when you have deep connections. Take action. And most importantly for me, I'm on a mission to leave a legacy. I'm not on a mission to sell another home. I'm on a mission to leave a legacy. I just happen to sell a lot of real estate. So that's tactical for me. Now, what's going on? I'm going to be real honest with you. Get a mission, get a vision, get your culture really real, get it clear, get super on purpose with what you're building for your business. Take this time to exercise this as your business planning for next year. It is super important that you know who you are in business. I was talking to one of my coaching clients. She's actually in here. I said, when you know your core values and know who you are, you will know who you will allow in your life and what you will not allow. And that can change, and that will change. And you're not for everybody, and that's okay, and you need to know that. You are for those who run to you and are seeking you, not the ones running away from you. And be okay with that. JOMO versus FOMO, okay? All right, so last year, I stood in front of a group of people and I said, we are going to lose our big acquisition account. I knew that we were going to lose millions of dollars. It was a contract. It had an expiration date, but we took it and we built an $8 million revenue team last year. I'm so proud of that. But then we had to say, the truth is, how are we going to do it again? And as the leader, I stood in front of my leadership team and I said, we're not. We're going to find a way to build a business that is no longer ever dependent on one lead source. And we're never going to depend on a third party to determine our success. We're going to go build it. We're going to build it. We're going to measure it. We're going to have a predictable business and multiple silos. So my team was up for the challenge. We looked at each other in the face. We had hard conversations and we said, we're on a quest to be a better team, to be a better leadership team. In order for us to be a better team, we had to look internally as leaders and show up as leaders. People in that room didn't always like each other, but they figured out a way to respect each other and work together. They found a way to understand each other and respect each other's different views and ways, which you have the power of doing in your business. We got to work, and here's what I say. When we found the truth, we had to have an honest conversation about where are we failing in our business. If I asked you today, are you doing everything that you should be doing in your business? Could you tell me 100% yes? Or could you say, maybe you don't have database integrity. Maybe you aren't sending videos. Maybe you aren't following up on your database. You aren't calling your past clients enough. You aren't spending time looking at your marketing campaign, your lead sources, what's working. We had to have an honest truth with our P&L. But we also had to have an honest conversation with our other P&L, our people and our leaders. Were they really on the bus for the right reasons? And I will tell you, that exercise made me dig deep as a leader. We faced our uncertainties, insecurities, and of course, we all have imposter syndromes. Guilty. Although on social media, we might show up like we're fierce, we suffer from that imposter syndrome just like everyone else. Anybody familiar with that? You suffer from that disease? All right, we're going to conquer that together. We took action, we regrouped, and we focused on the heart of our people. If you do that, and your team might be small, your team might be big. Your team might be you and your husband, or you and your wife, or you and your title rep. I don't care who your team is. You got a team around you, find it. But get really, really clear and refocus, regroup, and you can do this. It's not coming out my nose. Sorry. I'm still emotional from that text. All right, so what we did is say, how can we control our business? What is the transactional controls that we have? We as the real estate agents, we're the ones out there building relationships, connecting our clients, we introduce them to everyone. And we said, how can we, as the nucleus of our business, be super, super crystal clear as to what are the revenue opportunities that we have? And we are so proud that we identified, okay, we can increase our GCI to a certain extent. We also can look at other opportunities such as mortgage, title. I also am so proud to say that I truly believe I work at the best brokerage model that also incentivizes us for value-based leadership with our additional revenue pillars that we have. So we looked at all silos across the board and says, okay, we don't have to sell 2,000 homes to have $8 million in revenue. We just have to get super crystal clear on the different streams of income and how we manage a transaction and how we understand what our alignment is with those different pillars and run a real business. And that's what we're on a mission to do. And I'm so proud that we have now seen the fruits of our labors coming together. And we're not going to sell 2,100 homes. We'll probably sell 700. Oh my God. And I also had to be honest with myself. How awesome is that to still sell 700 homes, but also have other pillars of revenue that make additional revenue from those 700 homes. And I can help other people learn how to do the same thing. So sometimes you got to stop comparing yourself to others and just dive deep and figure out what you're really working with. And we're going to be okay. Just like Caroline was. One of the things I'm most proud of is this young man started with me when he was 18 years old. I know him since he was 6. He played baseball with my son. He is our director of sales on our team, actually sales agent, development, growth manager. Oh, I don't even know what his title is, something like that. But he is a prime example of the type of people I want to help inspire and lead. This is a young leader who will lead the industry into the future. We went from a team that was drinking from a fire hose where we were blessed with so many lead sources just knocking at our door to seeing a 40% decrease in lead flow. But look what he has been able to do. I am here to tell you that we went from a team that most would think is lucky because we had an account that gave us a lot of opportunity to being a prospecting-based team. With leads down, our activities are up. We went from 55,000 calls to 134,000 calls, from 75,000 text messages to almost 160 at the time. And this isn't even full year, 110% increase. Email campaigns went from 45,000 to 150 plus. And appointments set with less lead sources, less opportunities. We set 6,900 appointments last year. This year, not even year to date, 12,640 appointments. It will take more effort. It will take deeper conversations. It will take more action. It will get harder before it gets easier. But when you are on a mission to be a great real estate agent for the rest of your real estate career, which will be long, if you commit to these type of activities, you start getting really crystal clear that no matter what market we're in, what economy we're in, your actions will determine what kind of leader you will be and what kind of business you will run. So the truth that I'm looking for you to seek is, first, stop making excuses, stop boohooing, fix your life, and then look at your business and say, what are the controllables that I truly can control? How many conversations can I have? How can I look in my database? What's my database integrity? Are my leaders on board with what we're about to do? This is how we know we will continue to be a team that will break barriers, build leaders, and continue to build lives that we want to fulfill our dreams. Because nobody's going to come and save you. You have to save yourself. And if you can look at your business and say, I own this, and I have the ability to control my business, you're going to be okay. And if you can remember why you're doing this, for the people you love, so that you can have more balance, you can really build a legacy, it starts getting really fun. I never thought I'd be obsessed with data. Now I look at it, I'm like, whoo, this is sexy. I love this. And Chase is exactly who I want to be in business with. Action takers. People who believe in your dream. Find people like that in your life that believe in you no matter what phase you're in, not just when it's good. This is Harold. He might be in the room today. He might not. He'll show up if he does. He's originally from Jersey, so shout out to Jersey, right? This is his home. He flew in last night with us from Phoenix. We were at a conference with our new partnership. Harold, he has been with me for 13 years. Can you keep people in your ecosystem that long? Can you grow with them? It's like a marriage. There's good days, there's bad days, but this guy has been there since day one. He leads our Zillow Flex team. He has helped us go from almost losing the account to being the top 3 in the country in conversion. And we are on a mission to look within, find out where we can improve, and take action. And this man here has helped us in so many ways crush it. Every task, every department I have had him run, he has crushed it because he is willing to push himself to new limits. Do you have people in your world like that? That's how you build a dynamic team And I'm so grateful for him, and he's a true leader. All right, so last but not least, here's our tech stack. I'm not even gonna run through this. You guys can have these slides. This is the boring stuff. I think I got to the gist of it. But what I really wanted you to get to is, how can you show up in the world authentic while still running a badass business that you don't compare yourself to others to feel the need of letting them measure you as to whether you are successful or not. Get super real with yourself as to what. But when you do, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to connect with people, move people. This video isn't going to play, but you're going to get the slides and you can go back and watch it. But I have more people join my team. And when you hear this video, it's because they said, I've been following you guys. I watch you guys. I see the community you build. I see the impact you're doing in your community. I've watched you, how you grow your people. And we don't have to introduce people to who we are. They already know who we are before we connect with them. Then don't be afraid to tell people that you want to be in business with them, whatever that looks like. I'm in the human relationship business, but I'm in the real estate agent business. I want to connect with real estate agents, and I let them know. And this video here is one that has gotten me more calls than any other video I've ever done, because I'm speaking to the heart of the agent today. Are you an agent that's thinking about getting out of the business? Are you going through hard times? Do you have uncertainty? Are you wondering, this isn't for me? Before you think about leaving the business, I want to talk to you. We have opportunities on our team. We have ways of helping agents be great business leaders when they can put their ego to the side and they can build a brand within our brand. So I'm speaking to them because I understand what they're going through. Because right now people are going through uncertainty. How are you showing up for them? This video here gets to introduce me to some of my new friends that I'm going to be in business with, because I'm so clear about who I want to be in business with. So you'll get this slides if Caroline wants to send it. Here's the one thing I'm going to leave you with. If anybody who coaches with me knows, I'm obsessed with video. I need you guys to walk out of here today promising me this. You will start getting on video. You will send videos to your clients. You will send videos to your community. You will get involved with community leaders. You will do video with them to highlight them and their businesses. But it is so, so, so important. It's not as hard as it looks, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but it just needs to get done. Shine. It's the only thing that you could do to separate yourself. People to feel your personality, and not just on the one-to-one appointments in the listing appointment. They need to see you and experience you, and they're going to feel your energy before they even choose to do business with you. So for me, what I want you to do is leave here today and say, you're going to start being authentic. You're going to get out there and tell the truth. You're going to assess your business. You're going to get really crystal clear as to who you want to be in business with. And you're going to do video. And then when you're prepping for your video, it doesn't have to be perfect. Find the confidence that you need. Research things that move your soul. Shoot, edit, distribute, do all the cool things you got to do. And if you ever need help, you got my friends here from Figueroa sitting right here, Justin, who is the one who helps us with our video editing team, everything, whether we're shooting with our iPhone or our fancy camera, but we get it done in the moment because we have a commitment to the industry and to the people who need us to get things done, no matter how uncomfortable it is, how different you want to be. Get out there and show the world. I think this is not working now. Is it me? All right. Get out there. Start doing the things that are important. Be impossible to ignore. Is your content shareable? Are you someone who people like? Someone likes you, but you got to get out there and you got to show them who you are. Okay. And I just want you guys to just go out there and do it. And I just gave a shout out to my friend, obviously Spear Rocket, because they help us manage our VAs. They help us with our reels. They help us with everything that we need to do, because I had to I'll be honest with myself. That's not my niche. I'm a real estate agent. I need to go sell real estate, but I can record it, but I'm going to give the stuff that other people do. Let them do it well, and stop being cheap in my business, because my hourly rate, I shouldn't be editing reels. So how many of you guys are committed to doing it? All right, good. So just some of the things that we do, but like I said, I'm going to pass through these. You guys will get the slides. You can see Justin later if you want any information on how they help us every day distribute emails, distribute video, distribute content, edit, bring out our personality. You guys can do the same thing. Find someone in your corner who can help you. But here's my final thought. Authenticity will always win. Okay? Of course, I'm a little crazy, as you can see. We like to have fun. It's a little bit of our personality, but I'm just asking you, to really, really show up in your business, in your life, for your family, for your team, for your clients in the most authentic manner. Be you, be bold, be different, be the badass that you are. Go help others also on their quest to finding who they are so that they can build a better life, whether it's homeownership or where they decide to work. But be a person, be the person that they need to show up in their life. Don't let fear rob you from your freedom. Don't let fear rob you from your freedom. A lot of us can admit that we don't do things because we're worried about what people think, or we're worried about what we'll look like, or that we'll fail. I promise you, on the other side of that is a life that is absolutely worth it. What's the one thing you need to change that will absolutely change everything in your life as you embark on this quest to build a better life, a better business, and a better you? Thank you.